Hey boys and boys, it is Monday. Actually, technically it's Tuesday, but we're gonna pretend it's still Monday. Um, let's see. First off, I want to say that we almost have 600 subscribers, which is pretty awesome, and I love you all. Second off, to get to the actual question, Sean says what says, or asks. Wow, my grammar astounds me. Paramore's gonna be on Ellen on Friday, guys. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, Sean says what asks, what do you wear when you go to the beach swimming or swimming pool? And do you pass? I put pass in quotations because it's just like, weird. Let's see. Well, when I go to the lake or the beach, I will wear swim trunks and a binder and like a t-shirt that I've cut the sleeves off of. So, do I pass? I don't really care at that point. I mean, I don't go to really, like, public beaches. Like, the beach that I go to is, it's like a private beach in the sense that, my family kind of owns the area there, like, that beachfront property. Like, it's a big, like, entire, like, family-owned thing. And then, like, at the lake, I'm with friends, so it doesn't really matter. I will never ever have to swim in a binder again. So I feel horrible for saying that. I'm like rubbing it in people's faces, but I'm so excited. After like 10 years of having a ginormous chest, it's finally going to be gone in 13 days, which leads me to next week's going to be my last video for a while. I am going to try and update that week, but it depends. I think a good break from Boys and Boys would be much needed, and I do have fill-ins, at least for the first week. If you want to fill in for me the second week, let me know. But it's just gonna be like really hectic in the hotel room, and like since I'm getting my surgery on a Monday, it'll be like a little bit too ridiculous. Although I could do it, I don't know. I'm gonna take a break. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll be back for sure. Anyways, moving on to actual questions from the rest of them. Casey asks, what do you do when you're contacted by people like that contact you with a birth name? I get this a lot. Luckily not as much as I used to, but I do get a lot of mail from colleges to my birth name because I still haven't legally changed my name. And as for phone calls, I don't get many phone calls, and when I get phone calls, I don't really get asked for my birth name because I usually write down my chosen name on many things and tell people my chosen name. So it's pretty cool. Hayden asked, how do you keep cool with the binder? As most know, I bind with 2 binders. Lately, I've just been binding with my tri-top. Otherwise, there's not much you can really do. It really sucks. I won't lie. You just gotta, like, really fight through it. I remember last summer, like, in 90-degree weather, just wanting to die. I mean, I just go swimming a lot. Just, like, sit in water and just don't move. Just be like, okay, here I am, in the water. Miles asks, what's my education plan? I hate this question. Right now I'm gonna take summer classes through a local university and through a local community college to hopefully make up for my lack of everything. And I think I'm going to Albany in the fall with a major in women's studies for now. I don't know, it's like I'm really just trying to live for today, because today doesn't come by that often. Today is only one day a year. And then it becomes yesterday, and there's a lot of yesterdays, and not enough todays. Too many tomorrows, and it's just ridiculous. So, I'm just gonna live. I'm just gonna do the summer classes. If I get accepted into UAlbany, that's great. If I don't go there, that's great too. It's just like, it's too stressful to think about right now. Yes, I am listening to this song. I heard it at prom. Okay, so, funny thing happened to me today, and this story leads up to my question, I swear to God. I was at a coffee house, a very liberal, queer, open-minded, coffee house today, and an open mic, and, there were a lot of trans guys there that I know, actually, and a lot of trans people go to these open mics, and, this time was, like, the first time that they ever had this rap group come. And so I'm sitting kind of in the back because there were seats back there, and it was like really packed at one point. So I was sitting there, and these guys, the rap group basically, and not to be stereotypical, but they're all, you know, black, and it's like, they left for a little while, and then they came back in, they were being wicked disrespectful, so, like, eventually it just got to the point where I just turned, I was like, yo, you need to shut the fuck up, because honestly, you're being disrespectful. And the guy was like, are you talking to me, or are you talking to me, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so this one guy jumps in, he's like, okay, if you had been more polite, maybe you wouldn't be so upset. And I was like, alright, I understand, I'm sorry, would you please be quiet? And then he's like, yeah, that's better, you fuck you up the ass with my dick or something. I was just like, what? I was like, are you serious? So, like, of course, like, when people step to me, I'll step back, like, I'm not gonna, like, sit down and take that. So I was like, listen, man, no fucking reason to do that. You're being a douche, you're being disrespectful. And at one point, one of the other guys goes, you need to pick your gender. I was like, excuse me? Like, pick my gender, really? Like, I was, like, so amused by this statement. I was like, I'm a guy. Thank you very much. If you can't see that, then you're obviously blind. And I was like, obviously you do not belong here, because people who say that are not welcomed here. And it got to the point where my friend Anne was jumping in, this girl was jumping in, and I was just like, listen, we're just gonna leave. So we left, and it was just, like, I was explaining to my friends outside what happened, and this guy who works, like, there, like, nobody who was working there was around. It was kind of loud because of music. And so, like, he just sort of, like, gave me this, like, he looked like, what the fuck? Like, why are they doing that? And then he, like, went inside. So I was like, oh, okay. Because, like, they don't really, you know, it's an open mic at a coffee house. You're gonna find queer people there. If you insult one of us, you're gonna insult all of us. So anyways, my question, because one of my friends that I told it to found it hilarious and found what I did right, but most of them thought that I was in the wrong. So my question is, when confronted with, like, ignorance like that, are you gonna be a pacifist and just take it? Are you gonna sit there and just take it and let people walk all over you? Or are you more, like, confrontational, when you will call someone out when they're being disrespectful and ignorant? And that's my video for this week. It's really long. Alright, so have a good week, and I'm sorry this is ridiculously late.